Hello, you beautiful souls. Welcome back to this week's 8 of Energy. Every week we'll be exploring a different letter of the alphabet, sharing simple ways of how to protect your energy, quieten your mind and reconnect with your heart so that you can create a happier, peaceful life. So this week we're on the letter and I've chosen the letter O is equaling the observer, becoming the observer of your thoughts. Can I ask you a very quick question? Has your brain ever made up a story? Have a little think about it just for a moment. Somebody sends you a message or you send somebody a message on the internet, sorry. They don't reply. Suddenly, your mind thinks, I've done something wrong. They're upset with me. What was the last conversation we had? What were we talking about? And then all of a sudden, they answer you and say, I'm really sorry, I was in Tesco's when you text. It's truly amazing what your mind can create. But I've learned through doing all this mindfulness, empowering stuff, is that you don't need to, your thoughts come in and they go. You do not need to believe every single thought that comes into your mind. The problem isn't that we have thoughts. We have thousands of thoughts from the moment you open your eyes. Sometimes before you even open your eyes in the morning, you have a thought. The problem is that you can believe every single thought that comes into your mind. I thought every thought that came into my mind was true. I'm not good enough. People are judging me. He doesn't like me. She doesn't like me. I learned one thing that completely changed my life, really changed my life. When I started studying about thoughts, I realised that I don't need to believe every single thought that comes into my mind. My life began to change. So let me show you a thought. So this hand is a thought, right? So this thought comes in and it gets to here. Now, because I've been studying thoughts and I think I don't really want to listen to that thought. That's not a great thought. Does this serve me? No. So I just let it go past. Before I studied all this, the thought would come in like that. She doesn't like me. They're not calling me back. Blah, blah, blah. The thought would get to here and then I would let the thought to my mind. But the game is to become the observer of that thought. So now when a thought comes in, it comes in, I'm not good enough. And I think, how does that serve me? Where has that thought come from? It might have come from a teacher when I was 15 years old that said, you will end up doing nothing. 15 years old when somebody said that to me. I carried that all the way through my life. But it actually wasn't true. So, there's things that can bring yourself back into the now, back into the moment, because you don't want to live 30 years ago, because what's the point? I have a free, you can sign up for it below, called the 5-finger technique. It'll help you to slow down, step back from the story, and it brings you back into the present moment. And it's completely free. So this week's Heart Whisper, believe every thought that you think. Start to become the observer of your thought instead of the storyteller. So just one more question before I go. Who came to mind while you was watching this? Is there a person in your mind that popped into your mind and thought, he or she needs to hear this? One simple share can make a massive difference to somebody's day. So share this if you think that somebody needs to hear it. Until next week, keep listening to your heart. Remember, all the answers that you need outside of yourself are already in there. Take care. See you next week.